So, I played Grand Theft Auto 4 in 2024. Yeah, it's 2025. I didn't finish this editing process yet, but that's okay. Time for me to once again get lost in Liberty City as Niko Bellic. It has been many years since I have really spent time in this game, and recently upon booting it up, it was just a magical experience for me. The blast of nostalgia that came rushing back in, and the appreciation I have for this game and all that it offers, not only as a groundbreaking technological achievement, or how it is a fantastic entry into the series, but what it gave to me specifically as a teenager when I played this game. It gave me a world to do whatever I wanted to do in, a place to escape to. Well, I didn't want to become a revenge-seeking criminal trapped in Liberty City's crime world. I respected Niko Bellic.
He's not a Polak. He's a gentleman.
War is where the young and stupid...
And he seemed to me like he wanted better for his life throughout the whole story.
I was very young and very angry. Maybe that is no excuse.
A similar trope to CJ, the series' previous protagonist from San Andreas. I loved the story in this game, but I also loved driving around, causing mayhem, and seeing how long I could last on 6 stars, or how long I could hold up in one area before dying or trying to escape it. Everybody knows about the hospital. When I was younger playing this game, sometimes I honestly just drove around listening to the music. I even parked as I took a nap or recorded the station with my tape cassette so I could listen to it later, whether at school or at the park. This game was where I went when I was done with school or didn't want to be outside. Liberty City was like a little playground for me. I beat the game and the expansions when I was in high school, and I remember the story of this one being jaw-droppingly good for my 9th grade mind.
You want to play games? This is not a game. You have to play by the rules.
Since then, I've played it here and there, but I haven't really bothered beating it again, or really spending time in the world. Instead, I went back to San Andreas, or 3, over and over again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
As 5 just didn't stick with me like the others did.
Fuck you! This ain't Russia, and we ain't communists.
Now it's time to step back into this game all these years later and revisit Liberty City. In my first few missions, I remembered how heavy the cars felt, how slow and difficult the fighting was, and how realistic the world of Grand Theft Auto 4 felt as I crashed and fought my way through Liberty City. But you know what? That's not even a complaint. I loved that about GTA 4. This game took some effort to play it, and it just added to how involved I felt in the world and how much effort I had to put forward into traversing the city and paying through the toll gates or trying not to crash. You know, the cars felt real. They felt like they had some weight and some steel behind them. It felt like there was friction on the road. I don't really like a lot of open world games and how the cars feel so zippy and easy to move around in. I loved Grand Theft Auto 4's car mechanics, and I loved how real it felt. The whole feel of the world felt like I was really in a city called Liberty City, and Niko was a real person who, if you flew out of the car, he wouldn't stand up without bumps and bruises. He might actually die from hitting a light post or something. Playing the intro to this game got me so excited as I remembered a lot of memories I had playing this game as a kid on my Xbox 360. Now I'm playing it again on my Xbox One in Tokyo. How times have really changed. Yet this game remains the same for me. My heart races and I can't help but smile as I become Niko Bellic, who I personally feel is the franchise's best character. A Yugoslavian immigrant to Liberty City, arriving to empty promises and disappointment due to his cousin Roman's outright lies about his lifestyle and success in America.
To the mansion, huh?
Yes, the mansion!
So, you full of crap or what? What? Where's luxury condo? Where's sports car? Where's Barbara with big titties and Stephanie who sucks like a vacuum?
What are you talking about?
In your letters to my mother. In your letters to me.
He soon finds himself involved in the criminal world to help his cousin and fight off loan sharks.
What about you?
The environment of Liberty City is amazing. I really feel like I'm in this giant city with all these different types of people and music and cars. Things happen randomly while I'm out and about playing in the sandbox.
Hey, man. Remember me?
Sure, the crack-smoking American dream.
I like the art style of the game. It's gritty and grungy, which is what I feel like I want from a detailed crime story,
Nico Bellic, correct?
especially in a place like Liberty City. One thing I'm reminded of, which really still isn't much different these days with open world environments, is the amount of buildings I cannot enter, but also the ones I can enter that just don't have anything to do. I always love using these locations to see how long I could hold up in them without dying when I have full stars. Yet saying this, you can indeed get a car wash, which is something I got a lot of entertainment out of when I was a kid playing this game. Ooh, shiny now. Now time for the rain, just like in real life. Damn it. Getting behind the wheel, I remembered not only how heavy the cars are, but you actually want to shift in this game by letting off the gas and pushing it back in at the right time. You can not only speed up quicker doing this, but you can also control the car better because it stops like trying to over-rev around the corners as you're just flooring it. You also can't just floor it around the city and expect not to crash into anything at all. That's just silly, man. I like that. Again, personally, I felt like it required more skill and attention. When you do crash in this game, your car really starts to look like a crushed can of soda or a busted can of biscuits. Sometimes a crash will make the citizens want to fight you, and in that case, put up your dukes for a brawl because this isn't a one-hit knockout kind of game most of the time. You'll have to work to land some punches. And I loved that about Grand Theft Auto 4. Each fight was a little challenge sometimes, and you could really get hurt by some random NPC. That was kind of my favorite thing. I didn't want to walk around feeling like some superhero that would one-punch everybody. It made the game feel like more of a challenge to play. It made it more fun that a citizen would come to attack you. Kind of like in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I used to use the chaos cheat, and everyone in the city would now try to attack me. Money in this game is also pretty scarce. Gone are the days in GTA where you just got like 50k a mission or something like that right off the bat. A few hours into these missions, hanging out and doing various things around the city, and then only having $568 is kind of crazy for a Grand Theft Auto game at this time.
Capitalism is a dirty business.
Yeah? Like
It really makes you feel broke. You do feel like this criminal in the city with nothing in your pocket. Right when I started thinking about that though, Roman called me to let me know I can drive a cab for him, and I can do some cab missions and earn some money.
I was wondering if you could start to help your cousin with the family business.
And then he called me again, just a little bit later.
Nico, as you're my cousin, I want you to use family business how you like. Anytime you want cab, you call me.
Thank you, cousin. That could be very useful in this city.
And then again. As you might have been able to tell, the physics in Grand Theft Auto 4 are by far my favorite. The way Nico ragdolls around when falling or other characters, it's pretty awesome. I learned to use the physics to my advantage growing up, and I really enjoyed the game due to them. It was a huge part of the game, why I really liked it. I think that's why I keep mentioning it so much. The shooting in this game, also really great. No one shot to the arm kills, and you can move around and aim to hit different parts of the body where the enemies will react to. The level of detail here is still top-notch. I think they really paid attention to a lot of stuff that they felt was important to the world and the environment here. Where I think now, maybe a lot of people think that other players or gamers just don't care. But, well, I think we can see that with Grand Theft Auto 4, that a lot of people really do care. I'm one of those people. I love to see these kinds of details. No way. They put the speaker interference in there when the phone goes off in the game. The game's tutorial is really just the first island, where it slowly introduces mechanics and aspects of the game, including story and characters.
Everything is new.
Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with cleanliness.
But I do think it is funny, because it will tell you how to do something, or what something means, or what it does. But you have now been playing the game for like 2 hours, and surely you know by now that the up arrow on the GPS means it's above you. The replay mission option was a great addition to the series, as losing missions in San Andreas sometimes meant you had to drive over the whole map again to restart. I had to use this a few times with how lengthy the game's missions could be at times. It was really helpful to traverse the world and not have to do it this way. Another thing I remember using on occasion are the taxis. Sometimes you just needed to fast travel, and there's no shortage of taxis in this game. Such a cool future if you want to feel like you're really in the world. Again, they really put you in the world as Niko Bellic. So even where there are fast travel options, you're not just choosing it from a map. You use the taxi to use your fast travel. It's really cool. During this playthrough though, I only played the first island till I had to escape to Bohan. But I am planning a longer retrospective of the game when I finish it. Let me know if that's something you'd want to see. And if it's already out, well hey, please go check it out. I'll leave the link here at the end of the video. I had a ton of fun revisiting Grand Theft Auto 4, and not only getting into trouble around Liberty City, but getting back into one of my favorite stories in gaming. Settling into this game brings me way back to the days as a kid where I was so bored and would boot this up for a ton of fun, or even just to hang out and walk around somewhere that wasn't outside my house. This game was my Minecraft. Well, Legos were my Minecraft, but this game was my escape to another place where I could drive, listen to cool music, explore, challenge myself to see how long I could survive, and get entangled in a very well done story. This game is a film.
When the war came, I did bad things. And after the war, I thought nothing of doing bad things. I killed people, smuggled people, sold people.
And you don't worry about your soul?
I will definitely be revisiting soon, but as I get to Bohan, I feel like it's time to wrap up this particular video and come back for a more in-depth look at the game in the future. Thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, please think about subscribing and joining me here as I revisit and explore games from my childhood here on Sunrise Nostalgia.